Hi, my name is Malinda Elammari, and I'm a clinical education specialist here at Healthmark Industries. Today, we're going to talk about brushes needed for those hard-to-clean specialty items. So typically, in our decontam areas, we have our two basic style brushes. We have our toothbrush / block style brush and our channel brush. However, we know that there are certain items out there that require specialty design, such as our shaver brush. We're going to get into some of those specialty design brushes right now. Okay, so first we're going to talk about arthroscopy shavers. These are one of the most difficult to clean items in our department. These items have multiple areas that we need to pay attention to, such as our fork area, our levers, our lumen, our suction areas, and also the buttons on our shavers. And we need different brushes to reach these areas. So before we get started with the brushes, due to the complexity of the design of the shaver, I recommend that you really look at your IFU's instructions for how to clean it, but also what specific brushes to use for each part of the shaver. Typically, in the department, we would have our toothbrush style brush, but this is not enough to get into those areas that need to be cleaned, such as in that fork area, right? As you can see, this does not fit in there at all, and definitely would not even touch our lumen. So we have multiple options here. So first we have our shaver kit. Our shaver kit comes with 3 different style brushes. First style brush is what we refer to as a broom brush. This can be put down inside our area here in our fork area, making sure that we are cleaning way down deep inside there, and we're going to put it in and make sure that we give it a nice good turn. We want to make sure that we're rotating this and it's cleaning all of that fork area. In addition to that brush, we have our fan style brush. Our fan style brush is another option to go down inside here and rotate this brush so that we are nicely giving a clean area to all of the side walls as well down deep inside that fork area. And then last in this kit, we have our lumen brush. This goes up inside our suction, and then we can brush inside our suction, whether we're brushing underwater or above water per IFUs. After our kit, we also have this lovely brush that kind of combines some of these brushes into one handy dandy brush, right? So we have the tip part where we can put it down in here and do our rotation and clean the sidewalls and make sure we're cleaning that, as well as this lovely fork brush, which goes down deep inside and gets in that fork area, such as I'm demonstrating here. We also have our disposable brushes that are made for our lumened items. We go up into our suction cannula here and we brush our suction area, again, under or above water as per IFUs. So some of our shavers out there, different models and makes, require a pull-through method, and they have that ability with the lumen suction. And what that would look like is feeding the end of your brush through and actually doing a pull-through concept instead of a push-through. In addition to our lumened areas and cleaning those, we also could use this is where our toothbrush comes in handy, right? We're going to clean the button area and make sure that those button areas are nice and clean and there's no bioburden there, as well as the lever area here. And then also, in addition, we could use our other brushes if we have our kit to get into these nooks and crannies as well to make sure that all of our areas of this shaver is being cleaned properly. One of the next items we're going to talk about is our acetabular reamers. These little guys are extremely hard for us to clean and decontam. First, we need to talk about cleaning the external surface of these reamers. And one of the ways we're going to do that is through our external brushes. This is from our LTA line. Our LTA line has different bristle style brushes. So we have our longer bristles and our shorter bristles. They also come in stiffer bristles and softer bristles. These bristles have a hex-like design, which makes them stand up to the cleaning process a little bit stronger. Additionally, we have our single-use designs. These are meant to be thrown away after each use, as defined by your facilities policy. And they have softer bristles, and we also have stiffer bristles. So whatever item you're cleaning, you have options. When cleaning the external surface of our acetabular reamers, we want to use a stiffer bristle brush, right? We want to make sure that we are cleaning this in the direction of the design of our reamer. We don't want to go opposite direction so that we don't chew away our bristles and end the life of our brush faster. In addition to cleaning the external surface of our reamers, we also have to clean the internal surface of the cups. So the inside here of our cups and our reamers, we have what we call our Acetabular Reamer brush. This is specifically designed to get inside here and fits perfectly inside of our cup to make sure that we're getting all of the areas. We have our double-ended Acetabular Reamer brush that fits inside here as well, does the same thing, and it also has this lovely end design where we can get inside of our little nooks and holes here, as well as the parts that attach to our stems. When we get to a design such as our crossbar, we need a specific brush that will allow us to get inside and completely clean it. Something like this toothbrush will fit inside there, but kind of just lays there and doesn't do a proper job cleaning it. An item like our reamer brush will fit inside, but doesn't have the ability to move around correctly. So this is where our reamer brush cross design comes in play. It fits inside here nicely, and we're able to get around inside and truly get into all of the area of this reamer. And we're still able to get into those little holes that need to be properly cleaned. So let's talk about our Bougie Dilators next. This Bougie Dilator has an internal lumen. This is designed to go over a guide wire into the patient. Our Bougie Dilators, we know, come in multiple sizes. One thing that we get to remember is that the inner lumen of this device is always the same size. So, plus for us, we only need one size brush for this. When we look at our brushes, we have these disposable brushes that come in our disposable kits, right? This brush might be the right size to fit inside of our lumen. However, there's no way that this is going to fit all the way down this shaft to do a proper pull-through method. So that one's out. What we use for this device is our channel brush. Our channel brush is made of a thermoplastic nylon design that allows this to smoothly guide through that lumen and be able to not get stuck, as some brushes do, and be pulled through easily. See how nice it glides through there? Comes out the other end, and we're going to do a nice pull-through method. Once we get it out the other side, we want to make sure that our bristles are clean and there's nothing on it. If there is, we want to repeat the whole process. That being said, we know there's different models and brands of our dilators. Make sure you're following your IFUs to know the instructions for cleaning and how to properly do the process. All right, let's talk about our Trumpet style brush. This little brush is made to help clean our Trumpet style valves. This brush is also very handy for items such as our stopcocks. This brush fits nicely right into our stopcock, and it cleans the whole area, as well as, in addition to our stopcock, it cleans stuff like our little nooks and crannies on our basic instruments that are hard to reach. We know that it's our job to make sure that these items are properly cleaned as much as possible before it goes through our washer, right? And so what allows us to do that are specialty brushes such as this. This brush allows us to get into items such as our box locks, all those little nooks and crannies where bioburden loves to stick and stay. Items such as our wheat lanners. These go into tissue and hold open tissue. So a lot of times that tissue gets stuck and jammed inside of our wheat lanners, especially in these little nooks and cranny areas such as this. Also our ratchet area. Over here in our ratchet area, we have an opening. This brush fits nicely right inside that ratchet area, or those little nooks and grooves that are hard to reach with a block style brush or our other regular brushes. The next brush we're going to talk about is our rasp brush. This rasp brush comes in two different bristle strengths, medium and rigid strength. Depending on what item you're cleaning will determine which strength bristle that you need. This brush design has a lovely loop design so that the brush can clean both sides of your rasps if you're double-sided, or it can also be used to clean a single-sided rasp, such as this, by easily brushing the rasp grooves. Additionally, this brush can be used to brush something such as your femoral stem. We know that our femoral stems, due to the way they're used, gets a lot of bioburden stuck in these nooks and crannies and grooves. So utilizing something such as this that allows you to clean both sides of this femoral stem is really useful in getting all of that off of your instrument. Like stated earlier, this brush has this lovely design that's made to clean something such as this gross rasp right here. When we use it to brush, you can see what it does. It takes off that bioburden off of not just one side, but also of the other side. In addition to following our IFUs, we know we have to follow our standards. Our standards, depending on what item you are processing, whether that be ST79 or ST91, help give guidance on how we should properly do this process. So like stated earlier, these brushes that we use every day in our department have their purposes. We need them. But as we just witnessed, there are specialty designed items that need specialty brushes, whether that be your shaver or your acetabular reamers, whatever it may be, all the way down to your tiny little trumpet valves. We need specialty brushes that are designed to get into all of those areas and help make our job much easier. So make sure that you have the right brush, we're following the IFUs, and we're following the standards. As always, if you need any additional information, please visit us at hmark.com. Additionally, if you need any help with any of our products, reach out to your local Healthmark representative.